Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Mindfulness for Beginners. I hope you're happy. I hope you're peaceful. It's a pleasure to practice with you again. If you're enjoying the podcast, then I would invite you to leave a review or share with others or say hello on social media, and the link is in the description. So this week we're going to be doing a body scan, which will be familiar to those of you who have taken a yoga class before, and at the end you lie down and you go through the different parts of your body. It's very similar to that. And the reason for doing that is that in the stressful lives that we have, our attention frequently gets pulled in lots of different directions, and we can forget about our bodies. So it might be that while we're working, or while we're watching TV, or if we're worrying about something, we aren't being present with what we're experiencing physically. And we can lose what Thich Nhat Hanh calls the joy of simply being alive. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through each part of our body, paying attention to whatever it is that we find there. And as we go through, we're not trying to experience things in a particular way. So we're not trying to make parts of our body relax or be calm. We're not trying to push away any pain or tension that we feel. We're just being present with whatever it is that we're experiencing. And through that practice and doing it regularly, what we can do is we can stop during the day and notice whatever it is that we're physically feeling. So if you're driving, you might notice that, the feeling of the steering wheel in your hands, the pressure of the pedals against your feet. If you're working at a computer, then you may notice maybe some of the tension in your back or the feeling of your hand on the mouse. So noticing what your body's telling you is a great way to bring you back into the present moment. And as we go through, what frequently happens is that people start to feel very sleepy, because this is a very relaxing practice, and it's a great one to do just before you go to bed. And when I've done this practice with a sangha and with a group of people, what you find is that there's at least 2 or 3 people in the room who fall asleep during it. And that's not such a bad thing. And if your body's feeling sleepy, then you might want to just stop and be present with that. But I would invite you to think of it in the same way that you might think about having thoughts as you go through. So you might notice that it's there, or you might drift off slightly. Just be present with the sleepiness, the tiredness, and then bring your attention back to what you're experiencing in your body. But this is a great practice to do just before you go to sleep. So if you want to find yourself a comfortable lying position, so this is best done lying down. You can do this sitting up, but I find that you get the most out of it if you're lying on carpet or a mat in a comfortable position. So I'm going to start with 3 sounds of the bell, and it'll last about 20 minutes. So lying or sitting, we might first become aware of the points of contact between our body and whatever we're lying on. Noticing the sensation across our body, taking time to settle in, become comfortable. You may become aware of your breathing. You might notice your breath cooler on the way in, warmer as you breathe out. You might notice how your body changes as you breathe in and out, how your stomach rises, how your shoulders move. Not trying to breathe in any particular way, just noticing what's there. And now you might imagine your attention as a spotlight covering the entire body. And if you imagine narrowing that spotlight of attention down the body, down the left leg, focusing on the toes of the left foot to the exclusion of everything else. So noticing the sensations in the toes of your left foot. Do they feel warm? Do they feel cool? If you're wearing socks, can you feel the sensation of the clothes? You might feel numbness or nothing at all. Not trying to be any particular way. Just being comfortable with whatever we find. Extending that awareness to the rest of the foot, the heel, the balls of the feet, the sole, the top, the sides. Becoming aware of the muscles, tendons, bones, the tissues. Focusing your awareness and taking in what's there. You may notice that your attention drifts to things that have happened in the past or things that you're worried about in the future. Each time noticing that thought, sitting with it for a moment, allowing it to leave, and gently and without judgment, bringing your attention back to your body. Focusing your attention on the left ankle. It's an area that we rarely pay attention to. And just seeing if we can focus all of our awareness on it. Moving our attention to the left lower leg, the calf, the shin. Noticing the sensation of the pressure against the floor. Being aware of the feeling of the clothes against your skin. Whatever sensations you can pick up inside your lower leg, the muscles, the bones, the tissues. And bringing our attention back to the lower left leg each time our thoughts wander. Raising our attention to the left knee, just the knee. We might have memories or emotions associated with it. Just being present in this moment with whatever you can feel in your left knee. Focusing our attention on the left thigh, and we may have tension, and we can choose to let that tension go or simply notice it and be present with it. Investigating what's there. Taking stock of what we can feel in the skin, the muscle, bone. And now shifting our awareness down the right leg to the right toes. Noticing what we can feel there. And that might be nothing. And if we feel nothing there, just being aware of that. Moving our attention to the whole foot, the heel, the sides, the top. We might notice the pressure on our foot against the floor. We might become aware of the complexity of our right foot. We might be grateful for the movement that we have. Becoming aware of the right ankle. Just taking in what's there. And you may think of exploring the body, your body, in the same way that you would explore something that you'd never seen before. As if you were experiencing it for the first time. Becoming aware of the lower right leg, the calf, the shin. Noticing if it's warm or cold. Noticing the clothing or the pressure against the floor. Becoming aware of the right knee. And if you're lying down, you might feel or be aware of a twist in the right knee, with your foot falling outwards. Drawing your attention to your right thigh. And if your attention strays to another time, another place, each time calmly, gently, but firmly bringing your attention back to your body. Focusing your awareness on your hips and lower back. And this might be an area that you feel some discomfort in. You might feel some pain or tension. Not trying to avoid that feeling. Not trying to make it anything else other than what it is. Simply being present with whatever you feel there. Bringing your attention to your abdomen. And you might feel the movement of your breath in your belly, in your diaphragm, the rise and fall. Moving up to your lungs, noticing your in-breath, and your out-breath. You may be able to bring your attention to your heart. It's not something that we can easily feel, but we can know that it's there, keeping us alive and healthy, moving oxygen to the entire body as we breathe in and breathe out. Focusing our awareness on our upper back and shoulders. Noticing how they move as you breathe. And then taking that beam of attention, that spotlight, and moving it down the left arm to the tips of the left hand. Becoming aware of the fingers, back of the hand, the palm, the bones and muscles. Becoming aware of the hand touching the floor. And if at this point you're starting to feel sleepy or relaxed, just noticing that. And gently pulling your attention back to your body again. Noticing the left wrist, left forearm and elbow. Holding the whole arm in attention. Staying present with it just as it is. Moving our attention across the shoulders, down the right arm to the right hand. Fingers, palm. Noticing what we can feel in the right wrist, forearm, elbow. Noticing any temperature differences or differences in pressure in the whole arm. And bringing our attention to our neck, where we might feel tension and pressure. Might be some pain or discomfort, and we might choose to let that go or simply be present with it. The jaw, the chin, our teeth. Bringing pure awareness to our lips and tongue. Becoming aware of our face, our cheeks, our nose, without needing to do anything. Simply being present with our eyes. Seeing if we can isolate what we feel around our brow. And there may be some tension there. And we may choose to relax our brow or simply notice it. The ears, the sides of the head, the back of the head, the scalp. Holding the whole head in attention. Broadening the spotlight of attention to the whole body. Just simply breathing in this moment. Being present. Feeling some gratitude towards ourselves for spending some time in our own well-being. With the only moments that we actually have, these moments. Now wiggling our fingers and toes. starting to become aware of the room that we're in. Opening our eyes. Taking a moment to stretch if you need to. And may be happy, may be peaceful, may be healthy, and live a long life. Thank you very much, and I look forward to practicing with you again.